Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to today's video. My name is Azerothbank, and today I'll be teaching you how to get from 1 to 300 in jewel crafting on release day. Now you might be asking, what materials will I need? How do I do this? Follow today's guide, and with a little bit of preparation, I am 100% certain that you will be a 300 jewel crafter on launch day. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Alright, let's get into it. Well, first, what materials will you need? This is a comprehensive list of what you will need. Notice that there are no blue sapphires. This is going to be what saves you the most amount of gold in regards to today's video. Blue sapphires are currently going anywhere from 20 to 40 gold on my server, and most jewel crafting guides require at least 20 to 40 of them. That is insane to me because there are definitely ways around it. Get yourself these materials and follow this guide, and not only will you be a 300 jewel crafter, but you would have saved a lot of gold, at least a couple hundred, in the process. Alright, so, leveling jewel crafting, 1 to 300, the absolute cheapest method. Now, I can't attribute all of this to myself. This is a combination of a little bit of research I did, as well as a jewel crafting tutorial on almarsguides.com. So thank you, and make sure to check that out, guys. Level 1 to 30 will be 30 copper wires. I apologize for the 200. Some of these, it was really hard to get the maximum stats off, but we'll be making 30 copper wire, which takes 60 copper bars. Now, moving on from level 30 to 50, we have the Tigerseye Band. We're going to be making about 20 of them. It's going to take 20 Tigerseye and 20 of the copper wire that we had just created. Now, I'm going to leave these up for a second longer than it takes to announce them, just so you guys have all the time you need to look at them, write it down, research, whatever you need to do, and get ready. Next, for 50 to 80, we are going to be making 50 bronze settings out of 100 bronze bars. Now, after a while, these are going to become gray, but the bronze settings themselves are required later on. Now, from 80 to 100, you're going to have one of two options, and it's going to depend on your realm's market. Now, the simple pearl ring only takes 20 illustrious pearls, which are pretty cheap, 40 shadow gems, which are starting to rise in price on Benediction, and 40 copper wire. Now, the cheaper option, I believe, is the Ring of Silver Might. This takes 60 silver bars that, if you noted it in advance, can be pretty cheap. When you guys are done getting your jewel crafting up to 300, you can disenchant these and either sell or use the enchanting materials you get from it. From level 100 to 110, we're just going to make 10 Ring of Twilight Shadows, which takes 20 bronze bars and 20 shadow gems. Once you get those Rings of Twilight Shadows made, from level 110 to 120, we're going to be making heavy stone statues. Now, these are going to take 6 heavy stone apiece, which I recommend buying now because they're going to be way more expensive when jewel crafting is released. They are also usable for leveling alts, so if you intend on creating a Blood Elf, that is a good way to go. Agate Shields are going to be our level 120 to level 150. These are going to take 30 Moss Agate and 30 bronze settings. That is the bronze settings that we made earlier, so you won't have to go back and create more of those. Up next, we have Mithril Filigrees. I probably said that wrong. If you guys know how to pronounce it, make sure to leave a comment down below so I can avoid that in the future. But these Mithril Filigrees, we're going to make 65 out of them, which is going to take 130 mithril bars. These are going to be used later on in jewel crafting. From level 180 to 200, we're going to be making Truesilver Rings. Now, we're going to need some of those Mithril Filigrees. Again, probably said that wrong. Don't roast me about it in the comments. And we're also going to need 20 Truesilver bars. Now that we're past 200, we're going to be making Citrine Rings. Now, I say we make about 25 of them because I believe they go green closer to 220. So we're going to need 25 citrine, which aren't too expensive right now, and the other 50 mithril bars out of the 180 we needed to get through this guide. For 220 to 225, we're going to make 5 Aquamarine Pendants. We're going to use the rest of those Mithril Filigrees, and we're also going to use 5 Aquamarine. From 225 to 245, we're going to be making 60 thorium settings. A couple of these are going to be in the gray, but we will need them for recipes later on, similar to the bronze setting or the Mithril Filigrees. Up next, we have the Ruby Pendant from 245 to 260. We're going to be making 15, so we're going to take 15 of those thorium settings and 15 star rubies and get up to 260. Now that we're at 260, let's start making some opal rings. We're going to be making about 20, so use the thorium settings and also 20 large opals to create these rings. Keep in mind, as I said earlier, all of these can be disenchanted. Some of these mats are going to be worth a lot of money as people start to level their enchanting. From 280 to 290, we're going to be making 10 Onslaught Rings. These take 10 Essence of Earth, 10 Powerful Mojo, and 10 Thorium setting. This is the alternative to the blue sapphire recipe, and honestly, totally worth it in my opinion, saves a lot of gold. Finally, from 290 to 300, we're going to be making 10 Emerald Lion Rings. So we're going to need 20 huge emeralds and 10 thorium settings, and congratulations, we are now at 300 jewel crafting, and we are ready to get into the outlands and start farming our materials to get up to 375. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you learned anything, or if you had fun watching, make sure to leave a like, comment anything you'd like to see in the future, and subscribe. Have a great day, and I will see you in the outlands. Loktar.